Stonebwoy has congratulated you. Have you seen it?
I know payment called Twitter, sir. But I'm cool it down. Like it's not even a big deal. Like I've received the congrats.
So if you've been on the media lately, you would have seen that things are going on. People are saying things and others too are doing things. And this is why I come in, because I know most of you may miss some things and may not understand something. So my name is Miss Anjishima, here to bring you the gist of everything that is happening in every week. This is the show Who Said What. Make sure to like, share and subscribe for more entertaining content. Now let's start with our first highlight of the week. We are now this first highlight, I have to take my time and talk about it because it's kind of complex. So yesterday, while on my bed before sleeping, I decided to scroll on social media. So when I want to scroll, I usually go to TikTok. It is my go-to place. And while on TikTok, I saw a video that captivated me. So you all remember when Black Sherif released his album Iron Boy, there was a lot of brouhaha about it. People loved it. The album is a good one, of course, but there was a particular song that people were making some kind of allegations on, you know. That is where them boys. People were alleging that Black Sherif was throwing shade to some industry fellows like Blacko D, Wale, Stonebwoy and co. But on this video that I pounded on social media, the guy called Pharaonic was giving a new theory that suggested that Black Sherif's song "Where Them Boys" wasn't directed at these three people or more than these three people that we were thinking. Now Pharaonic is saying that this song actually is to two people. It is actually about two people, and those two people he mentioned are Kwesi Arthur and Fameye. What did Pharaonic say about these people? Now, if you remember, in one of those verses, the one that we were trying to Shatawale and co, he was like, testing me phone, send me how to send. Years ago, I'd be so impressed because I gave man love and respect, and enough respect. It's no news that when Black Sherif started his music career, he looked up to Kwesi Arthur. He used to say that a lot, mention him in interviews, and Kwesi Arthur vice versa. So Pharaonic was alleging that that part also makes sense, that he is talking about Kwesi Arthur. Now, where does Fameye come in? Pharaonic is saying that when you go on to the second verse, and Kamezaya fa him beye Peter. You know, Fameye is also called Peter. He has two shades. We have the Fameye side, and then we have Peter side. So he said that is to Fameye. And then when you go in, it was like, what chili will you ask you? We a teacher. And Fameye said he was a teacher before music in a video with in an interview with Delay. Let's watch that video and come back.
Madina na me started say me try school bi ade me person. It's you wanna a friend locate international school.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me check
it. Okay, I name mistake.
Yeah, let me check KG for a day.
No, say the subject.
Oh, say KG the all subject too. Jacob for three and I
Mass English
bibia.
Bibia.
Now me say.
Now to hear this time.
Now me wo Madina. Akosomo Junction.
What that for me?
Yeah, so that was Fameye. Pharaonic also went on to say that in the same Where Them Boys lyrics, we have interview or see unity, and so we're hiding behind boys spreading hate. He was also referring to an interview that Kwesi Arthur had some time ago. Let's also watch that and come back.
They came at a point where, like, yeah, we were both in like different situations, you know. Yeah, and I remember calling him to pull up to the studio. And yeah, I recorded him myself, like on my Logic, you know. Yeah, so it's like kind of weird to hear rumors later that you know I'm like I don't like him and like
I was gonna ask you that.
Yeah, that's like that's really stupid, you know. And
was that the reason why you had to invite him over to the studio just to shut, you know?
No, that was like way before that.
It was way before that.
Yeah, that was way before that. And like even after that, like we've had conversations. You know.
What was it like recording with Blacko? Was this post Second Sermon or Cuckoo the Traveler era?
Yeah, I think it was before that. It was
before that.
Second
It
Sermon.
was before Second Sermon.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What
Bro,
was
you
it
see-
like? What was it like in the studio with him, with Blacko? Like fresh out of box, excited artist.
Yeah.
He's come with fire. That is he sees you as an inspiration, and the two of you are in the studio recording. How is that like?
Yeah, well, I thought like he was really talented, and I was inspired by his craft as well. Yeah, and like, yeah, it's humbling too to know that like somebody like I've been a source of inspiration to someone. Yeah, but he's a.
Now you may ask why Veronica is making all this allegation and connecting dots to the people that we thought were actually the ones being implicated in this video. Veronica is of the view that second sermon by Black Sheriff, there was an introduction that was done by Big Homie Flea for Black Sheriff, the song, and Kwesi Arthur wasn't really happy about it. Kwesi Arthur felt like Blacko could outshine him in the industry. So the hatred and envy, not even hatred, the enviness started from that introduction that Big Homie Flea did for Black Sheriff's second sermon. Now he also said that Black Sheriff and Fameye and also Kwesi Arthur, they all have songs together, like Kwesi Arthur with Black Sheriff, Fameye with Black Sheriff, and these songs were never released. Kwesi Arthur's own with Black Sheriff. Let's watch that and come back.
Alhamdulillah, now we out here, we heading up to the sky. Blessings to my brothers, everyone in my life. Munda, cause I do it for life.
Top of the top, cream of the crop, rise to the top. My champagne glass running over with Zanzan water. I follow God's order. See my dues, I paid that. Shequena, I paved that. Men said that. And if I do, y'all, I go shake back. You know that. Used to bang the iron for my mean church clothes. If it wasn't for prayers, I'd probably be doing a jail pose. If we lungu lungu, I'd see Kahana Lulu. Hey, yo, fret and I alchemize and mix with a little Kululu. Niggas be now your
Okay, so that's just 35 seconds of the music, the song that Kwesi Arthur and Black Sheriff were supposed to release, but it never got out to the public. As for Fameye's song with Black Sheriff, there wasn't any visuals. It was just a picture of the two of them in a studio, and in the caption they said the song would be dropping in 10 days. I don't know how they are counting their days, but since 2024 that they made that post, the 10 days has not reached, and we are still waiting. Now, people had a lot to say about this breakdown by Veronica. If you want to watch Veronica's video, you can go to TikTok. His name is Veronica, and search for his name, and you can get the full 10-minute breakdown. Now, this thing is actually making sense to people, because when we go to Twitter, someone said, Mr. Hinkra, they called me a fool when I said Kwesi Arthur envies Blacko. Now, when he made this post, he was referring it back to when Black Sheriff released his album Iron Boy, and then in that post he said, so Kwesi Arthur hasn't shared the Iron Boy album yet. I've always knew he low-key envy Blacko. That's Mr. Hinkra. And we go on, we see Twilight, who is also saying, I'm sure Shatawale knew where them boys was for Kwesi Arthur and not him. That's why he didn't react. Now we have another person, Nana Puku, who is also saying, I really love Kwesi Arthur and Blacko so much. I wish they knew. Now that part is referencing to a post both Black Sheriff and Kwesi Arthur made some time ago. Black Sheriff tweeted, I really love Kwesi Arthur. I wish he knew. And then Kwesi Arthur also tweeted back, I really love Black Sheriff. I wish he knew. So that's the reference he's making here. And he continued to say that, and as much as I wish that guy's breakdown was absolute BS, I have to admit, he made a lot of sense too. It's actually making a lot of sense to people. So what do you make of it? Let us know in the comment below. Let's move on. TGMA 2025, the 26th edition, happened on 10th May, last week, Saturday. And Artist of the Year obviously went to King Promise. Now, there has been a little tit for tat between last year's Artist of the Year and our current Artist of the Year. I'm talking about Black Sheriff. No, I'm talking of King Promise and Stonebwoy. Stonebwoy won it last year and King Promise this year. Now, when Black Sheriff... Hey, why am I mentioning Black Sheriff? Now, when Stonebwoy won it last year, King Promise tweeted and congratulated him. But it was said that Stonebwoy didn't respond. He didn't do anything about it. So when King Promise also won his title this year and Stonebwoy decided to congratulate him, he didn't mind him. Why? Nobody knows. But some people are saying that in the congratulatory message that Stonebwoy wrote to King Promise, it was kind of shady. The message says, "Congratulations, King Promise, on your win and your debut entry into the League of Artists of the Year winners. You are welcome." People were saying that Stonebwoy could just say, "Congratulations on your win for Artist of the Year." Why would he have to hammer on the fact that his debut entry into the league, like you are a beginner, you are now coming up? It was kind of shady to King Promise. That's what people are saying. Now, King Promise went for an interview and then he was asked if he has seen Stonebwoy's tweet congratulating him. And he had a lot to say. Let's see what he said in that interview.
Straight ever. It don't feel same.
No, these are you should Google what PDFs are.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, and then also first made the Balenciaga by Sana Nkrofoka. I know munim. You know, but
now everybody's
they know that's it.
Yeah.
Might be the fufa ba mungusia.
Come as
airbag.
Bro.
Yeah.
Stonebwoy has congratulated you. Have you seen it?
I've been told of it.
Make her read them.
I have actually been told of it.
Have you responded?
I know payment called Twitter, sir.
I think it was early in the morning yesterday.
Was yesterday?
Yeah. Congratulations, I'm King Promise on your win and on your.
I was waiting for this. I told.
Into the
who did I
league.
tell? I told Gomez. I was like, bro, I feel like you're gonna ask me this question about.
Oh yeah. You know it's gonna pop up.
In fact, early this morning, I told them we should wait for you to come so we can ask you.
I don't think it's a big deal, you know. I really don't think it's a big deal.
To respond?
Not about even responding, but because I have responded to a few. You know what I mean? Like the ones I saw when I went on the app, I responded to everyone. But I just haven't been on the app today. But obviously they were telling me about it. I'm like, oh, cool it down. Like it's not even a big deal. Like I've received the congrats. So
you're gonna respond?
I've received the congrats. I don't want to talk about it. I don't really think it's like anything to speak about.
So that was King Promise talking about not seeing the congratulatory message from Stonebwoy on Hits FM. Now, this very same station, this very same studio, asked Stonebwoy last year if he had seen King Promise's congratulatory message. Let's also hear his answer.
Congratulated you afterwards.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I saw it.
Did you respond?
No, I didn't respond.
Why?
No, I didn't think to respond. I just saw it. There's so many people have not responded to congratulatory messages. So I think it's in that basket. Believe me. And there's nothing attached to that at all. It's nice to congratulate people when, you know, they win. When you think you feel like, I'm not that petty. It doesn't have, truly speaking.
But a lot of people think that there is some bad blood, and that was why you didn't respond.
No. I please beg that we shouldn't take it that far. There's no bad blood. I can never ever be seen. It cannot be like that I can promise have anything. No.
Is he your friend?
Please. Like, there's no. Kim Promise is one of our junior brothers in the industry. Believe me. When he did Hey Sexy, I remember I was traveling out of town and I had to still pass there and shoot the video for him. I do not believe I have any problem with my brother personally. I do not believe so at all. That's what I can state. And you know, like, people call you, your own friends sometimes will call you, miss them a few times. Sometimes, like, but there's no. We don't play. It's not like, so I don't want anybody to start to create anything. If anybody chooses to create anything, then.
Now you've heard both sides. Both King Promise and Stonebwoy answering the same question, but at different years and different time, but in the same station, Hits FM. If you ask me, I don't know why Stonebwoy would snap King Promise in the previous year, but for King Promise to snap him this year, I think it is a tit for tat because of what he did to him last year. But what made Stonebwoy do that? That isn't out for public knowledge yet, and when we get it, we are going to let you know. Now let's move on to something a bit political. When President Mahama took office, he scrapped off E-Levy, COVID levy is not gone yet. E-Levy, levy, all those levies, yes. But deputy minority leader, Madam Patricia Apiaje, is saying that E-Levy still exists in disguise.
So, Mampenny, one yard, what catch ni a Ghana for what's it COVID tax? Ning out there, but I know what in levy. What's it? Would in Chiremua, but say, well, bank and Ning way. Ning Yahweh. And no E-Levy, say, Obia, would you transfer, Sasha? I didn't know her in disguise. Yes, you have a deal on your dean farmer, and I want to, apart from E-Levy, a dear taxi be on a said that a repeal. You repeat any levy.
A mission tax.
And your man, a baby no body. And that went to me, and yet, and who a Jumabia and Fameye.
Now, I don't know if what the deputy minority leader is true or not, but personally, I've experienced something similar to that before. I once sent money and the charges they took didn't seem like what the telecos were supposed to take. I felt like it was a bit more, and yeah, it felt somewhere. I don't know if you have also experienced it before, but if you have, you can share with us in the comment section. Maybe it's just a fault with me and with her. I don't know. But hey, here is where we end this week's edition of Who Said What. Let us know your favorite highlight in the comments below. My name is Miss Angie. You can follow me on social media platforms at Miss_Angie. Let's get interactive. Love you.